What's up, guys? POWERBANG here, and I'm bringing you guys the latest in my Town Hall 10 journey. We are making a stop, guys, at Town Hall 9.5. A lot of you guys have asked, what I'm doing as far as building Inferno towers. When am I doing my heroes? What am I upgrading in the lab? All that good stuff. I'm going to put out a video on that here in the very near future to answer those questions, simply because I'm getting asked every day about them. But I wanted to show you guys a couple attacks that I did in my most recent war. As you can see, I am not currently at home. I am over in the Heisenberglers clan, doing a war with them for a Patreon perk. If you have not checked out the Heisenberglers, do that. You can see them over on the Clash with Wick YouTube channel. Highly recommend going and giving them a look. Really solid clan over here at the Heisenberglers. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's look at my first attack. We are going to do a quick scout on the base, and I will show you guys what I was looking at. As you can see, I got a 98% 2-star. I don't even know what to say, man. Not a difficult base at all. We've got the Expos on ground, so there's that. We got one Inferno in the center here, level 1 on multi. Where the heck is the other Inferno? Oh, it's way the heck over here outside the base, conveniently next to an air defense. So it's like, awesome. They're giving me 2 objectives basically for free. All I had to do was make sure that I killed this elixir collector with a wizard first. That way, it creates and breaks off a funnel so that I can drop my king on this elixir collector, and it will path to the Dark Barracks next, then the Inferno Tower and the air defense, and get those both taken care of. So that's kind of what my plan was for my king. Now, the other objectives in a Town Hall 11 base are, you got to take care of this Eagle Artillery. That is key. You can't be having that thing activate on you and taking out your army. The other thing to take care of is the Archer Queen, and you're also looking at air defenses. These are key. All of those air defenses are pretty accessible, but we wanted to figure out how we can bring a queen walk to this base to go ahead and get as many objectives taken care of as possible. As you can see, we are going to get the Inferno Tower over here taken care of, and the air defense with the king. So those 2 things are out of the question. Now, I felt that I could queen walk this by dropping my queen on the top right, just in front of this army camp. The goal being to first take out this gold storage with a wizard. That's going to make sure that my queen kind of paths to her left, down towards the south of the base. But in order to do that, my queen had to first take out this building, then the gold mine, and then path forward to get the Wizard Tower or Spell Factory. This gold storage and this Archer Tower had to stay up so that there were breadcrumbs to lead her away down again towards the southern part of this base. Now, what I was concerned with before the raid even started was that my queen was actually going to get pulled off track by the Archer Queen and then walk towards this clump of buildings over here. As you can see, there was no real good way to funnel it. So that was a risk I was willing to take. In the meantime, I was going to have a wizard or 2 up here clearing some of the trash buildings, and the plan was to drop a giant on this cannon right here as my queen approached that Eagle Artillery. After she works her way through, the goal was to open up this wall piece right here with wall breakers coming from about this gold mine. My goal was to avoid the Wizard Tower fire and have them being distracted by the giant that was going to come in. So once that happens, the queen would have had access to get into this compartment, which would take out this air defense. She would be able to take out this Inferno Tower, and she would also be able to walk over and get all 3 Wizard Towers here, an Archer Tower, and a 3rd air defense, leaving only this one left in the base. That was kind of the plan. The goal was then to Laloon the rest of it, overwhelm the core, and paying real special attention to this area here, which had most of the air targeting defenses. So that was the plan, guys, on this one. Let's go ahead and see how it worked. So the first thing that happens is we drop a wizard here to go ahead, break that funnel for the king. Another wizard up here to break that funnel for the queen. Now, minion up top just to clear some trash. And we've got the wizards up here. I dropped my poison spell a little wonky, so I actually have to burn the second one. Completely fine. Wasn't the cleanest CC kill, but no big deal. They are now dead. So at this point, my queen is dropped. Now, notice where she's dropped. I probably put her 1 tile too far to the right. She needed to be actually 1 tile northwest of where she's at right now because she needed to be towards the center of that army camp and not the rightmost side. I'll show you why in just a moment. So she takes out the gold mine. the Spell Factory, and after the Spell Factory, we desperately needed her to path in to that Wizard Tower in order to get in range of the Archer Queen. Unfortunately, she clears the gold storage here, which is actually the breadcrumbs that we need to lure her away from the queen once that kill happens. So she gets the Archer Tower as well. We're going to get a Tesla taken care of. We've got minions and wizards over here clearing the path, getting ready for the wall breaker entry to come in. I dropped the rage spell here, and here is another mistake from old Powerbang. Somehow, even though the rage is on those healers, they were not affected, and I have to burn my ability. Now, at this point, I actually go back to get the cannon. The queen is going to attract me. I get the kill, and what is next closest? It is not the air sweeper down here that we need to go towards. It is the builder hut. So the queen reverses course, and there's no going back at this point. So right here, it's time to figure out, okay, look at what we have left in the camp. We've got one giant. We've got the king, and we have a whole bunch of haste and rage with our Laloon. So I figured, well, these are low-level air defenses. I can probably just reverse the path on my my hounds. I'll still stick with the plan for my king. I'm going to drop him right now on that elixir collector, and he's going to come in and just watch as he kind of pounds his way in, gets to that dark barracks, gets to the air defense, and then to the inferno tower. He's going to use that ability when he gets a little bit lower. That queen, oh, how I wish I had her ability, because that would have made a massive difference this raid. Now, if I had had her ability here, she would have actually been able to stay up and be in range of the Expos in order to take them out right about here. Unfortunately, she does not have that ability. Wouldn't it be nice right now to pop that Wizard Tower, then the Expo, and then completely continue to walk around the base, walking out of range of the other Expos? So in comes the Hounds. I drop in some haste spells to kind of get my loons going. I drop in hounds from the bottom right. Seeking air mines are being soaked up. The first hound explodes, no big deal. And then we start dropping in the backside the hound and the loons to go ahead and target. Unfortunately, a couple of those loons get kind of pushed off track. They're going to get sacrificed right away. I dropped that haste spell to kind of hopefully speed them along and get them in there. The rage spell is perfect. They get into the core. The loons sweep through. Just a level 1 Inferno Tower, so things are looking good. Now, guys, on the backside, this is pretty key as well. I drop a wizard, and I still have my giant in the bag. Now, if I would have saved my giant for that builder hut, that probably would have been a good deal. Check out the loon pathing. They pretty much destroy it with ease. I drop my giant from the bottom right to distract the wizard tower. Unfortunately, he doesn't. That wizard. Alright, well, that blows. So, the last couple defenses are taken down. Not a single shot fired at the giant, so he was completely wasted there. My goal was to distract the wizard towers, which obviously could have done a number on all of my balloons, but they did not. So at this point, we are just up against the clock right now. One hound remains unbroken, which is unfortunate. Had we broken that last hound, would have been good game, but that elixir collector that the wizard probably would have targeted and then run around the outside of the walls here to help out with the rest of it just didn't happen. So I end up with that super close 98%. Really disappointed with that, to be honest with you, because there were so many little mistakes in this raid that just led to the failure. It was a very, very easy Town Hall 11 base. Very, very premature defenses and poorly placed key objectives such as the Eagle Artillery and both Inferno Towers. So, crap! Missed out on the first one. Alright, how am I going to redeem myself? Let's go hit a Town Hall 10 base. So, we look at Town Hall 10 on this one, and here is the plan, guys. Actually, let me go to the scout on this one first, because I want to explain exactly why I hit it from the angles that I did. Okay, first off, we are looking at air defenses that are pretty dang exposed here. We can actually walk most of these, but more importantly, we want to be able to take out the Archer Queen. That's going to be a very key objective. We want to get the Clan Castle taken out, and we want to get three air defenses, because we aren't going to be able to reliably path our way into the Inferno Tower with a Queen Walk. At least I didn't feel that I could get in there reliably. I felt like there was an opportunity to jump into this bottom one, but I felt like the King Could have got a little sidetracked, started walking the ring a little bit. So I decided to try to get 3 air defenses instead. The goal was to start on the left side, start by getting this air defense, and walk counterclockwise, picking up the queen in the process. And I wanted to break into the wall on the corner, walk down that side compartment, break out on the other corner. In the process, I'd get this air defense, I'd get this air sweeper, and then break back in down here, walk that whole side, meet up with the king who's going to break in at the corner here. We'll break the queen out at this corner, and then we'll get this 3rd air defense here. And this is going to create a nice thin moat so that I can target this this mortar here and this Inferno Tower directly with my balloons, and then speed them through the core. That was the goal. I wanted to use a free spell for each Inferno Tower, and then I wanted to make sure to drop loons in on the side to go ahead and take out this cannon, archer tower, and cannon, forcing those loons to stay towards the core and get to those Inferno Towers as quickly as possible. That was the plan, guys. The reason I chose the sides that I did to walk is look at the Inferno range. Now, if I would have walked this side over here, these defenses, that queen would have stood in range of the Inferno for quite some time. That would have forced a free spell, a rage spell, and an ability over there. Didn't like that, so I decided to walk this side over here. Notice the radius on that Inferno Tower. It was going to play a factor over here, but that was after already taking out 2 air defenses, and on her way to the 3rd, she wasn't going to encounter the Inferno until then. So I figured I could use the ability there, maybe use a free spell while the loons were, incoming. That way we take out that Inferno after the free spell wears off, and that queen survives to help with the cleanup. So that's the plan, guys. Let's go ahead and hit the replay. So the first thing that needs to be done, we send in 1 hog. It empties the clan castle. This guy has a couple witches and some trash in there. We just go ahead and poison that in place. No big deal. We fast forward through that. Everything's gone. And now at this point, very, very key here is where I drop my queen. If I would have dropped it on the lower side of this barracks, that means that the gold mine down here and the wizard tower and the cannon would have likely been first to be taken out, and that would have forced my queen upwards and around the top of the base, causing her to walk in the wrong direction. So because I dropped it up top, I supported the funneling here with a wizard. Not entirely necessary, but I felt it might help out a little bit. At least, with a shot there. Now she's going to path in, and I don't know if you guys can see the pathing yet. Once this queen is down, the queen's going to step up, go to the air defense, and then over to the gold mine. Both gold mines, actually, here, so she will be able to reach them. Now, because from the side wall here, that gold mine is still only 4 tiles away. The wall space, 3 tiles for the building that's in front of it, and then you're at the gold mine. The queen will not have to actually walk around the wall. So once that's done, she will walk forward, take out the builder hut here, and then go to the queen platform. So now we're good to go. We've gotten a couple wall breakers here to open the wall. The queen is in the middle of her walk now, and she is going to walk down that ring just like we planned. So things are looking pretty good. Just fast forward through this part kind of because it's just time basically. No real danger here. We drop in. Once that cannon finally locks onto the queen, that's all we were waiting for there. We wall break our way out. Now again, we are looking for the archer tower on the bottom right now. We can get close enough to that wall to drop in wall breakers and get around it. Now, the problem with this raid, guys, it was 100% time. And with a level 40 archer queen, I could have easily made this walk and done it in the time that I needed to be successful. Unfortunately, I'm starting to look at the clock right now and see 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and I still haven't gotten my king down. I haven't broken in. So I start to panic a little bit. Wall breakers go perfectly. I open up both compartments where I want to. Back up my king with a few wizards. Use his ability, and he's going to march in right as he's supposed to. So, right here, the Inferno Tower is locked on my queen from a ridiculous distance away, it seems like. But I'm going to go ahead and drop a free spell here. Once that ability comes down, and the goal being to keep that queen alive. I need her for the cleanup process, knowing that there's only a minute left in the raid, and I'm just now getting my balloons onto the field. So haste spells are going to get them into the mortar, and then they're going to split between the Inferno Tower and then into the core. So that's the beautiful part about this this raid. We've gotten a rage spell in there. I could have pathed my loons a little bit better, but here's where this went south. I have 5 loons left in the bag. I have sent 2 over here to the Archer Tower. I was too slow. Notice the balloons over there that have gone to the Tesla. Where are they going to path next? not to the core. We needed those to go to the core and not up the side like all of these balloons are doing, taking their sweet, sweet time. Not good, PB. Not good at all. So they mosey their butts on into the core. You know, they get to the mortar first. They are going to get to this Inferno Tower and actually take it out. They are fighting a sweeper there. But that is that. We got a couple balloons left up. We've got a bunch of pups. The giant bomb eats my last couple of wizards. So we've got a full health queen here with all of the healers alive still, keeping her up. So without a doubt, this was a 3-star, time dependent. Unfortunately, that remaining Tesla was going to eat some of the pups, and the queen was going to have to beat through 2 layers of walls to actually get this 3-star done. Unfortunately, ends up being another high percentage fail. I don't know what to say, man. Just need to get better with the practicing on the loon deployment, on the timing, and recognizing what, you know, how long of a walk can I make, because I scouted it perfectly. All the wall breaker locations were perfect. The CC kill went great. Was not a difficult one with those witches. The air defenses, I got 3 of them, no problem. Was able to send in my hounds nicely to the last one. I really needed some help on my loon deployment there and my timing on the upper right flank. Needed to get those balloons in quicker to force everything to the core. Did not do my job there, and it cost me the raid. So, guys, those were both of my attacks this war. Ended up with a, what is that, 191%. But no 3 stars to show for it. Unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But as a little bonus, guys, this made me feel better. Although I sucked this war, this gentleman here definitely made me feel better about myself. He dropped a couple quakes there to weaken up my town hall. Fantastic. Maybe he'll get it now if he drops an entire Go Wipe army on that town hall. My favorite, though, is the poison spell in the middle of the base, awaiting something. I don't know if he's trying to weaken up my king, because my king was obviously going to be, you know, imperative to this raid and getting that 1st star. So he sends in his level 5 giants, coupled with that Grand Warden, backing it up with balloons because, I'm looking for a good reason, guys, for the balloons. Here we go into the air defense. They take a shot there, going into the sweeper, and, I got nothing. Yeah, so the goblins, you know, that poison spell, yeah, I don't know. It probably would have come in handy for 18 goblins and a witch, but, yeah, anyway. He's struggling through the rest of it. Those level 5, giants eat a double bomb and almost die, so that kind of made me giggle. We've got the Grand Warden kind of keeping everything up. He loses his queen. We'll fast forward through the rest of this, save him the misery here. But ends up with that 40% 1-star redemption. PB in the 9.5 base, holding off a Town Hall 11, albeit a very crappy one at that. But hey, it's all good. Some work to do on that base for sure. But that did make me feel a little bit better watching that. So, guys, hopefully you were able to learn stuff from my fails today. I wanted to keep you abreast of my Town Hall 10 journey. It's currently sitting at a 9.5, and guys, I will be back in the very near future with a video on 9.5, how to get it going, what to build first, priorities, and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it for this time, guys. This is Powerbang. I am signing out till next time, guys. Take care, and if you liked that video, hit that like button for me. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Peace!